The Ballad of Big is a documentary that covers the story of Big L, a perfectly preserved Allosaurus fossil located in Bozeman, Montana. It was produced by BBC as a Walking with Dinosaurs special in December of 2000. It had amazing CGI at the time and was a big part of my childhood as I grew up surrounded by old dinosaur shows from the late 1990s to early 2000s. Another such show was The Lost Dinosaurs of New Zealand. As a Kiwi myself, it was my favourite growing up, and it will surely be covered in a video of its own someday. But I'm getting off track. Today I'll be explaining the Ballad of Big L in its entirety and going over some of the specifics of the show. So sit back, relax, and watch a child try to explain a 30-minute long show in under 10 minutes. The show starts off with this amazing intro, which just brings back so many memories. Just take a look yourself. I'll play the whole thing. So anyway, after that, it shows the skeleton of Big Al in its exhibit. Then a ghost-like apparition of the dinosaur walks into the room. There's lightning flashing the whole time, and it adds a really nice touch to the scene. Through the flashes, the skeleton cuts to clips of Big Al, who I'm going to just call Al from now on, cut from later scenes. Then it cuts to some eggs in a nest, and eventually Al pops his head out of one of them, and we begin our journey. Al is seen struggling to get out of his egg, so eventually his mother hears his cries and comes to help. He gets out of his egg and starts hanging around his mother for a bit, and then it cuts to this great shot of dinosaurs coexisting in a beautiful meadow. Then we see Al and his siblings fighting amongst themselves, teaching each other how to hunt. A pair of dinosaurs called ornitholestes stand watching the young allosaurs, but it's too risky for them to go for it. The mother is much larger and stronger than them, but even so they leave the area in fear of larger dinosaurs sizing up the hatchlings, creatures not even an adult Allosaurus could face. Then there's some dinosaurs drinking from a vast floodplain, and Al and his siblings decide to stop there for a snack. The snack in question? Dragonflies. With a lot of trial and error, they eat their fill and are left to themselves by the mother for a while, who is going off in search of food for herself. Meanwhile, a smaller male Allosaurus is sizing up the young dinosaurs. He waits for the perfect moment to strike and then runs at the dinosaurs, and one of his bites meets its mark. And he walks away, having taken the life of Al's brother, leaving the mother minus one hatchling. Al is now a year old and he is looking for food in a dry forest. He sizes up multiple choices, all of them too dangerous for Al even at this stage in his life. He even attacks a group of dinosaurs, but they are much too fast for him. Eventually, he finds his way to a stagnant pool of water with mud like quicksand surrounding. Two of his kind have already fallen for the trap, trying to get a very meal out of a Stegosaurus who found itself trapped after drinking the muddy water. Al sees the danger signs and walks off in search of different food. Al is now in his 5th year of living on this earth, and he has joined a large group of Allosaurus to hunt sick and tired Diplodocus crossing an expansive salt plain. They catch up to the lumbering beasts and swerve through their legs and dodge their tails, trying to weak out the weedest. Eventually they find their target and begin to corner it. Within hours, the Diplodocus is defeated. The Allosaurus group eats their fill quickly as the smell of fresh meat attracts larger, more powerful dinosaurs. Al is now 6 years old and is beginning to yearn for a mate. He finds traces of a female and eventually tracks her down. But love quickly turns to fear as the female in question is a huge lumbering beast of an Allosaurus. But Al does the worst you can say is no and approaches the female. Moments later, he is on the ground, reeling in pain with multiple broken bones. The female did not take too kindly to Al invading her territory and instantly attacked him. He walks off in great pain and without a mate. The dry season is coming around, and Al now buries his time into hunting. He stalks a group of dinosaurs as he has done many times before. He creeps closer and pounces, but this time he falls and lands badly. He had clearly broken something in his toe, and he limps off in defeat for the second time. With prey becoming scarce and his toe likely being infected, Al's chances to survive another year are becoming minute. The dry season has now lasted 2 months, and Al has been wandering in search for water for what seems like forever. His toe infection's only gotten worse, and Al's limp has contributed to his lack of resources. He now limps through a dry desert with almost no hope of anything to sustain him. A few days later, two young allosaurs are playing in the mud when they come across a carcass. It is the remains of Big Al, and whether it was his infected toe or lack of water, something finally toppled him. Later, the rain returns, and Al's body is covered in mud, which preserves it perfectly. It is then found by a group of paleontologists and is brought to the Museum of the Rockies to be studied. So there you have it, folks. Big Al's story condensed into a video lasting under 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Leave suggestions for videos like this in the comments, and a like would also be appreciated. Goodbye for now, and have a fantastic rest of your day.